and a classic.
Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun.
Here we go.
Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Very not late. Very
And
not
the
late.
truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew.
That's the map.
With every search we pave the way.
Let's go.
Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make
Come on,
the
Eileen.
truth so clear.
You know. Abby, Kathleen, Ed, Barry, Rocky, Helen, and
Every laugh
Barry.
we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong.
We miss you, Julie.
Hit the light and share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer.
Go ahead now.
Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm
We
and
bound
darkest
together.
weather. We search high, we search low.
Yes, we do.
Together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's
me.
going live with the best fans by my side.
That's you.
We're a
And that's us.
family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch the pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Lilly grind,
We
but
love
we're
you
not
too.
stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With
Thank
each
you,
view
Nana.
and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Last one, mother chicken.
Click play and come along with me.
Let's go.
Together Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the
It's
sun.
raining, girl.
Hit the
Raining.
like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do.
Indeed.
So hit
Can do.
subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Come along.
Girl, how I look? Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better. Girl, bye.
God, I'm sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. I got to change the battery in my camera. I think my camera's dying or something. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if the mother chicken works. How you doing? Hello, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your time, my dear pearls. Hello, bonjour, 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 bonjour. Today is May 27, 2025. It is currently 9:51 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hey, God. Thank you, Sherry Lynn. It's so good to see you all. I think my camera's going out. Please don't. Please don't. It's a really expensive camera, and I don't want it to go out. It's not that old. A year? It feels like it's just eating the batteries though, and it's not regenerating. I don't know. We'll see. Did I get new glasses? I ordered them, but these are the old ones. These are the old ones. You know. How's everybody doing? Manifest its healing. I gave it CPR for 2 days, literally. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really, really do appreciate you. You did. I ordered mine 2 days after. I think 2 or 3 days. But do you like them? Do you like your glasses? Good prices, isn't it? Very good prices. All right, guys, we are talking about Lilly and Jack Sullivan. We are also talking about Sebastian Rogers in this live, and we have a lot to talk about. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Get it out there. You know. You can share this link in thy description, or in your social media, rather. Save the link and pop it right in your social media and share it out. That really helps as well. Also, become a member of the Pearl family. You know you wanna. I mean, hello. Hello. I got a peach polo for that special Edgar. You go, VA. I'm so glad you like your glasses. Hello, Blue Eyes Dumpling. Good to see you, darling. Yes, Zinni. Yep. That's where I get the glasses from. I also get them from another website. I can't remember. It's kind of like Zinni, but they got a lot of glasses too. So, we are mobile here. That's right. We are mobile. And, they make a thing called cell phones nowadays, and you can take them with you. That's right. Yesterday we watched Sebastian Rogers' father, Seth Rogers, do an interview that he gave to the news reports. Obviously, hey boo, good to see you. War. Hey baby. I was just watching a video of yours. Actually, I might have it pulled up. I actually might have it pulled up here. And I don't. I wanted to show y'all something. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. Is it? Let's see here. The young man from. Well, let me just ask you this. Here, I'll do it like this. Who does this remind you of? Who does this remind you of? Well, Natalie, we're going to kind of go over a little bit of it today, so we'll see it in a little bit. Does this remind you of anyone? No, not Nick. Not Elon Musk. No, it's a missing person. Oh, yep. Janine just said it. Jonathan Hung. Kind of reminds you of Jonathan Hung, doesn't he? It's not. He's a creator. He's a creator. It's called Poppy the Prairie Dog. And it looks like an older Jonathan Hung. Doesn't it? I was like, oh my God. Everyone's got a twin. Everyone's got a twin. Oh my God, Sherry, you just give. Thank you so much.
Girl, how I look? Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better. Girl, bye.
Welcome to Clutch Them Pearls, yeah, you're in the crew. Shine bright like the stars, this world never knew. We're dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of a pearl.
Thank you so much, Miss Sherry, for gifting that pearl necklace. If you received that pearl necklace, give our Sherry a big, big thank you. Club Clutch, how you doing? Yes, ma'am. You know it. You know it. But yeah, he reminded me of Jonathan Hung. He really did. I like it. Club Hutch. Club Musty Hutch. Club Musty Hutch. We named it Club Musty Hutch. If you want to become part of the Club Musty Hutch, come on in. The water's fine. I wonder what happened to Jonathan. I don't know. Rainbow. There is Edgar, Sebastian's stepfather. His mom, we call her Cruella, and she was selling. There's this Facebook thing that she was selling, and she was selling this hutch, like the piece of furniture, and it was in like a storage building, and it had kind of like some mildew on it. And so now we call her kind of Musty Hutch. Not really her, but we call her Cruella. But it's just kind of an inside joke. So it's Musty Hutch now. How you doing? You know what I mean? Thank you so much for that, Sherry. Really do appreciate you. And again, if you received that, give our girl Sherry a big, big thank you. Aimlessly wondering, honey, thank you so much just for being here. I really do appreciate you. And you never know, you might be gifted one. There's a lot of generous people that gift, and a lot of times you might be gifted one. So stick around, darling. I appreciate you being here. That's means everything as well. So thank you so very much, honey. My daughter heard it too. Wanted to know what? What was that, Carol? Wanted to know what? All right. Nightmare on Enoch. Nightmare on Enoch with the Musty Hutch and the Muppets. Okay. Getting on to it. We are, I don't know if I probably should do Lilly and Jack first, because Sebastian's is going to take longer in this live, because we're going over kind of the thing that we were going over yesterday. We're going to finish that, because I am still curious what Jules is talking about. And I want to go over that as well. Marina, girl, thank you so much. Thank you. Really do appreciate you, my darling. You're my angel. If you receive that, make sure you thank our dear Marina Girl.
Girl, how I look? Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better. Girl, bye.
Join in the Pearl family, feels so right. Gift in the a star in the sky, shaking the bushes, let's watch who says hi. Oh, thank you, you're making it glow. Your kindness is tidal, it ebbs and it flows. Super chat here.
Here's your. That's now. Thank you so much. Let's do the damn thing. How we doing? Thank you so much, Marina girl, for gifting. I really do appreciate you, my doll. Do you receive that? Make sure you thank our dear Marina girl. All right. Got some new reporting for Jack and Lilly. Let's go. Here we go. It's freaking cold here. I don't know where y'all are at, but it's cold here. It's really cold here. I'm over it. Oh my God, looks like me too after too much tequila. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. Oof, I cannot drink.
His 34-year-old son, Justin McDonald, has been missing for almost a year.
Okay. All right, so this is what first I wanted to talk about. Because everyone is putting out that Jack and Lilly has been found. They have not, unfortunately, not been found. I know people are saying that they've been found. They're, getting in with clickbait and all this stuff. They've not been found. So there's that. This is who was found. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait a second. Perhaps not. I might. Is this the one? No. Hold on. This isn't the one. But we'll go ahead and play this one. Let me find it. Let's see here.
His account. Diane Newman Betts has spent the last week and a half.
Canadian news is the best. I love Canadian news. Go.
ABC's Kyle Moore has the story.
It was on this rural Cape Breton road that human remains were found by a person walking in the area at around 5 p.m. on Monday. As police continue their investigation, Ken McDonald is staying close.
What? Oh my God. Angel. You're an angel. You're going to give me a heart attack. Thank you so very much.
Girl, how I look? Like a damn fool.
Damn fool.
No, them veneers don't make that look no better.
Girl, bye.
A monkey? A monkey? It's a monkey. You know that?
Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. You are so sweet, Angel. I love you and adore you, darling. You are so good to me. Really do appreciate you, my dear. What are y'all doing? Thank you so much, Karen, as well. This is my lucky monkey.
Girl, how I look?
Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better.
Girl, bye.
It's my lucky monkey.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
I feel you. If y'all received a pearl necklace from our dear Angel of Light or our dear Karen, please thank our girls so very much. That is incredibly generous of you, my darlings. I know that smile. Girl, how I look. Bullshit. So funny. So funny. All right, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get it started. How you doing?
By his 34-year-old son, Justin McDonald, has been missing for almost a year, and he's been searching every day since.
With this find, we're just hoping. We can't say anything definitive because of the forensic situation, but we're hopeful that it may be him.
Police declared McDonald's disappearance a homicide in November. 2 men have been charged with second-degree murder, robbery, and assault in the case. 1 other man was charged with manslaughter and robbery.
I don't know if you can say it's kind of like a horror story, and it just hasn't stopped. It's kind of been so repetitive over the last 323 days it is now. Knowing that, Justin's been missing, he's been somewhere. Knowing that he's no longer with us and still having to search has been probably one of the hardest situations a family ever would have to endure.
Part of the Morley Road here was closed for public access today. Police say they will remain on scene for a few days yet as their investigation continues. They did decline an interview request today, only saying they'll provide more information once it becomes available. A forensic identification unit was still at the scene on Tuesday and is working with the medical examiner's office to identify the remains. McDonald's family is hoping for closure.
That's absolutely a necessity for the family to be able to bring Justin home and take him to where he belongs and put him to rest.
His parents are hoping the search is finally.
Now, can you imagine? They've been waiting a year, and hopefully this does give answers to them. I know it's not the answers that they want, but it's the answers that they also need.
Over and say they'll comment when they know more. Kyle Moore, CBC News, Sydney.
King Charles officially opened a new session of Canadian.
Let's see here. I'm not sure if there was anything else. Let's see if there's anything else here. Internet's so slow. It's the weather, I guess. What's going on? King Charles. He's not doing good himself, I don't think. Okay, I think it was it for. Okay, there was nothing with Jack and Lily. But I do want to show you, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, that same thing. Okay. All right. This came out as well. It's cold everywhere. I don't know what it is. It's like almost June and it's like in the 50s.
When they said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this.
Listen to this.
They gave you a clue when they said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this early in the game.
It's been 24 days since Lilly and Jack Sullivan were reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station. Family members have speculated the children were taken, but police have remained adamant they do not believe the siblings were abducted.
Oh, loved ones, I hope you feel better, honey.
According to Nova Scotia's recently updated policing standards, abduction is defined as when a person under 18 years of age or a vulnerable person is taken without the permission of their legal guardian. Jim Hoskins is a retired HRP officer and former major crimes staff sergeant. Despite not working the Sullivan case himself or being privy to any information regarding RCMP's ongoing investigation, he can see only 2 remaining possibilities.
What I see from the outside, there's only 2 options here. Criminal involvement, search, they haven't found them yet. They legitimately got lost in the woods.
What I tell you? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all on day 1? Day 1 said this is either criminal or they absolutely got lost. How many times have I said that? Criminal or they got lost. They wasn't abducted. No way. No how. Nope. 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 Nope.
I felt, okay, let's give them a couple of days to see if these kids are just wandered off because they're only 6 and 4. So are they lost? They'll find them, maybe. If not, let's see how far it goes. And I says, and if it goes beyond 2 or 3 days, that was my reaction. What's next?
A feeling felt across the province that could be driving public obsession with this case.
Canada in 2024, there were just over 30,000 cases of missing children. The vast majority of those cases involve runaways or they involve teens.
You are so right, Rainbow. You are so right. Now that you write that, he did say that. I was listening to an interview by Daniel again today. He said, quote, I know they took their boots, not I know that they were wearing their boots, but took them? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And actually about 90% of those cases are resolved within a 1-week period. So anytime cases deviate from that, right, I think that is going to draw in the public. And of course, there's the public's desire to see it resolved.
Although Stevens cannot comment on individual cases, she says when children in particular go missing, this tends to be harder for the public to digest.
It taps into a lot of the fears that, for example, parents might hold about this.
That's all of our worst nightmares, right? Is having a loved one, especially children, grandchildren going missing. Absolutely. Hey, Art Taylor. Hold on. What was that? Hey, Justin. Good evening. Sorry, I was drinking. Are you on the booze? Are you on the stuff, Art Taylor, again? Just kidding. What are you drinking? Also, he always looks cleaned up when being interviewed during the day when he claims to also be searching for the kids. I don't know, sketchy my opinion. I agree. Hey, Veronica, how you doing, girl? Lolo, Janine, everybody's coming in. Yes, ma'am. YouTuber Blue Eyes, Pig Girl, how you doing? Stupid autocorrect. Listen, we're not going to judge you. You are in a safe space, okay? You're in a safe space. It's okay. No judgment. No judgment, honey. Thank you, Sherry. We're portable. You know it. You know it, girl. I've been here, not late, just folding laundry. Life happens. Joan, when you're done, come on over. Come on over. I've got lots of laundry. Hello, Muscles and Mascara. How does my mascara look, Muscles? Miss Gloria. Blue Eyes Dumpling. Jen. Love Wins. YouTuber. Of course, our Angel of Light. I went to Dairy Queen for Peanut Buster. Correct me, but how did you get Dairy Queen and I'm drinking mixed up? I'm asking for 600 of us. Just kidding. My mascara looks unusual. You're probably right. I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, she's driving. Thank you. We're portable. Yes. Justin, have you watched the new Tylenol Murmurs documentary on Netflix? No, but I'm interested. Jen. No, I'm interested though. Oh, there was another documentary on the Tylenol murders. Wasn't the first one in Chicago? I mean, Tylenol kills your liver, right? It's like with any medicine, it all. Oh, you said amazing as usual. Sorry. I'm blonde. Yeah, it was Chicago. Yeah. Tylenol kills your liver. Ibuprofen kills your stomach and your kidneys. It's like with anything. Kelsey, hello. Good to see you. Joe. Safine, hello. How are you? alcohol and ice cream. She's gonna yaks. Have you seen the new 2020 on Holly Bobo? No, but I'm interested. Justin, your doppelganger cut my son's hair at Great Clips today, except he had a beard. I swear he sounded just like you. So another queen with the beard. I'm interested. Do tell. Really. I've did the face things with, that look like I got a beard, and it don't suit me. It don't suit me. Listen, thank you so much for sending it to me. Thank you so much, darling. I don't think I would look good with the beard. I put Remy's tail and took a picture. It's on the wall, whatever the thing is, the community post. And people's like, don't ever get a mustache. And people didn't even realize it was Remy's tail. I look really funny. Really funny. Pie girl. Is it pie or P? Pierre? It's not Pierre, I know that. Thank you so much for clutching it, honey. How you doing? Where am I from? Thank you so much. If you received that pearl necklace, give it up for Pay Girl. Very, very sweet.
Girl, how I look?
Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better.
Girl, bye.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Is Prince Edward Island. Oh, is that what it means? So it's like pie, Prince Edward Island. High five. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you very, very, very much. Oh, thank you guys. Y'all are very sweet. Hey, Lorraine, good to see you. VA Robin. Thank you for sending that, girl mom. Prince Edward Island is in Canada. Prince Edward, he married, what was her name? Damn. She was an American. What was her name? I just watched a documentary on her. I like history. I don't know. I forget what her name is. Is beside Nova Scotia. Interesting. I did not know that. I'm bad with geography. Justin, I'm 3 hours away from where Jack and Lily went missing. Yes, we are named after him. No, it's not. No, not Fergie. Not. The old Prince Edward. Simpson Wallace. Simpson Wallace, fun to ski. Not Willow, it's Wallace. Wallace Simpson. Right? No, I'm not talking about Grace Kelly. Wallace Simpson. No. They are the Duke and Duchess, I believe, and are big supporters of Prince William and Princess Kate. Everyone doesn't like Harry and Markle. Yes. I mean, that was a big thing. Wallace Simpson and him. He left the crown to be with this divorced American. That was a big scandal back then. Big scandal back then. Yes, Grace Kelly. of Monaco. God bless her. Is she? Yeah, I think she just wanted to. I don't know. I think she's just, I mean, she married into the family. She flipped it and reversed it on, what's his name? Harry. She got the ring. He got kicked out of the monarchy, pretty much. But you like him, Lady for Justice. Ugh, Camilla. I can't with her. I can't with Camilla. I cannot. I still cannot with Camilla. No. Nope, nope, nope. There will never be another Lady Di. But I will say, we're totally off subject here, but I will say that Kate, there could not, she's like the modern day, almost to Diana. Almost to Diana. He couldn't have picked a better, classier, beautiful, intelligent person. Could not have. Could not have. Could not have. There will never be another Lady Di, though. She was the people's princess. They tortured Princess Diana for years. I know. And, I'm not really big into conspiracies, but I'm telling you, I don't think it was an accident. I don't think it was an accident. I do not think it was an accident. Yeah. I was a big fan of Queen Elizabeth. I loved her so much. I did so much coverage of Queen Elizabeth when she was dying. I don't believe it was an accident at all. At all. Bless her heart. Diana, she is over. There's like a pond where she's buried. And there's like a little island so nobody can get over there. But it's like she's in the middle of that. And it's like all grown up. But, the British, they like more natural stuff. But I just think it should be more kept. I just feel like she's all lonely over there, even though she's not there, but it just breaks my heart. I still have the tapes of their wedding and Diana's funeral. God, that makes me want to cry. I can't even think about it. That's bad. Her brother's eulogy at the funeral was spot on. Yeah. Yeah.
The safety of their children. But it's really important to remember that of those, for example, 30,000 cases, about 0.1% were cases of like a stranger or parental abduction.
Despite rumors online of criminal motives and cover-ups, Lilly and Jack's stepfather, Daniel Martel, has refuted all claims of his involvement, offering to take a polygraph test. And Hoskins says there's still a chance the children are close by.
You can't write it off and say they're definitely not in the woods. I can still say you can get overlooked. You can overlook bodies.
Searchers were back in the woods near the home a week ago, but there have been no significant updates since. In all his years as a police officer, Hoskins says what strikes him most is the probability of something like this happening.
It's bizarre. If you ask me what was bizarre, I'd say, in this case, 2 with this particular family. 2 are gone.
Ella MacDonald, Global News.
Listen to that little part right there.
You can overlook bodies.
Hold on.
But there have been no significant updates since. In all his years as a police officer, Hoskins says what strikes him most is the probability of something like this happening.
It's bizarre. If you ask me what was bizarre, I'd say, in this case, 2 with this particular family. 2 are gone.
2, not 1, 2. And Jen, thank you for taking us in a restaurant. I thoroughly enjoyed dinner together. We are portable. And then what he says at the beginning.
They gave you a clue when they said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this early in the game.
That's a big statement, right? Big statement that, I mean, almost day one, no abduction. No abduction. And remember, at a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, they are not likely to stay together. They are not like, oh, sorry, Jen. I still enjoyed dinner. Yes, Elton John singing. So that song will forever be amazing. It would look bad on the community for having the bus driver's brother's history coming up when allowing him to drive the school bus. Well, I don't know, Zachary. I don't know if I agree with that. Do you mean the bus driver's brother has a bad history? Is that what you mean? Justin, have you ever heard of an abduction of 2 kids were taken? Yes. Yes. It can happen. It certainly can. Stranger, let's see here. Let me see. It does happen. It sure does happen. Devon and Cornwall police. That's it happened in Devon and Cornwall, UK, May of 2025. It's so rare. There's about 2 cases, one in India, one in the UK. Very, very rare. Literally almost unheard of, though. The Delphi case has 2 girls. Yeah, that was, I think they were lured there, in my opinion. And was that I mean, I guess it's considered an abduction, but he just went there and murdered those 2 girls. Right? Siblings 4 and 6, parent story doesn't add up. Nothing adds up. And absolutely, Lady for Justice is right. 2 children being abducted are generally, it's parental abductions. Usually it's a custody thing, something like that. Could have told his brother the kids missed bus. No, you see, the bus driver, I mean, I don't think it's personally. I mean, you make a good point, Zachary. And I'm sure all of that's being looked at, but I don't think we should bear the sins of what someone in our family has done. You know what I mean? So, the bus driver seems like a really nice guy. I'm sure they have very strict screening in Canada, just like they do here. Are you going to bed, me and you? It's so early. It might not be where you're at, but night, darling. We should never judge a family against another family. I agree. So, I mean, if your parent or someone in your family murdered someone, you could be the best person ever. You know what I mean? So I think, and the bus driver's a man with his own life. His brother is a person with his own life. So, yeah, I wouldn't, count on that too much personally. but that's just me. But everything needs to be looked at. Yeah, Joan, I talked to Chris from Mob Crew the other day. He's been dealing with
ago of two young siblings in rural Nova Scotia. Police have yet to say if they have any new information about what might have happened to them. Police say they still believe 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and her 4-year-old brother Jack wandered away from their family's home in Lansdowne Station early on May 2nd. An initial 5-day search of the area failed to find any signs of the kids. Police saying they are carefully reviewing the results of a search conducted last weekend, but they say there is no evidence to suggest the children were abducted. A sad update this morning on the...
Okay. Now, I do want to address something because there is a lot of misinformation in this case. Joe, I don't know. I mean, I try not to pry too much when I'm speaking to him, but I know he's been sick. I don't know if he's, getting better or not, but I just haven't pried much. So I do want to address this because you guys have texted me, called me, emailed me about this all day. And first of all, I want to say that this information has not been verified. Yes, Grace is okay. She's okay. She is, honey. Thank you for asking. This has not been verified, number one, and number two, it's anonymous again. And listen, I understand people in some instances want to be anonymous, but if I were the anonymous person, I would go to the news, right? Or I would go to a creator that is trusted and speak to the creator, let the creator verify it in some way if they can, and start from there. So people can say anything. But I do want to read this, and again, please take this with the utmost grain of salt because we have no idea. I heard some information today, this person is saying, again, anonymous member, but would like to caution that it isn't 100% verified, but does come from a source I trust. I have a lifelong friend, 35 plus years, and his brother was heavily involved in the search and rescue effort of Lilly and Jack. He said that the two children had previously been taken away by CPS at some point. Not sure if this was something that happened recently or something that happened a year or two ago. But given the fact that Jack is only 4, it couldn't have been that long ago. This is a huge departure from the tone with her Facebook pictures paints. Now, if it is true, it would be concerning, right? But there's nothing that we can verify. I have also heard, again, that I can't verify, that allegedly dad had the kids before he had to go to allegedly to jail and then got out on home confinement, and the kids were taken. She got the kids after that. Again, people are just talking left and right. And there's, if somebody knows this, that knows the family, come out and say it, or just don't say it at all, in my opinion. Or, go to a trusted creator and give them the deets and let them verify it as much as they possibly can. How do you know this? And all of that. I believe they most likely went missing Wednesday or Tuesday evening, Tuesday night. Yeah. Yep, I think they got lucky, in my opinion, the parents, that there was no school Wednesday. There was no school Wednesday. You see my cat, Joe? I send my kids to school. If they have a cough, they're criminal theory of action. I do too. I do too. As long as there is no fever, there's no vomiting, and there's no diarrhea, you can pretty much go to school. Pretty much go to school. That's what my pediatrician says. So there's that. CPS seems to be the common denominator in all of these. Crying out loud, yes, many times. It's usually CPS, step parents, drugs. Yeah. They knew they'd be in jail for it. That's true, VA. That's very true. So I want to read you this too. That someone sent. And again, it's anonymous, but people are asking me. And so I want to read it to you. Hear my stir of the pot for the day. Unpopular some, I'm sure, but understandable by many. There's been a lot of public frustration about the RCMP silence and the lack of media coverage in the disappearance of Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Many are assuming that the absence of updates means the investigation is stalling or ineffective. But that's a surface level view of what's likely a very complex and sensitive case. I absolutely agree with her with that. Just because they're not updating, they're usually working really hard behind the scenes, right? My kids go to school with 86 students. They ask to stay home if they're sick. There you go. It's a smaller thing, Maggie. You know what I mean? So I get that. I get that. But in the, also, I want to say sometimes in the real world, not to say that you don't live in the real world, but a lot of parents just have to go to work. They have to go to work, especially like a single mom or whatever, like they have to go to work. And I feel really horrible for parents like that, because what can they do? They're barely keeping food on the table the way it is. You know what I mean? But I get it, especially in smaller communities. Take, for example, the RCMP recently collecting trail cam footage nearly 3 weeks into the search. To some, that seems like a delay, but to others, it could signal a strategic shift. Investigators may now be operating on clear data, perhaps from phones, devices, or other digital turned over early in this case. That kind of analysis takes time. Revisiting key locations now could mean that they've pinpointed a more exact window of time or movement. This isn't incompetence. This is methodical police work. There's also been a steady stream of commentary, especially from the American Voices, and how Canadian laws, quote, isn't doing enough, end quote. See, I disagree with that. I disagree. I think the Canadians are doing great. I think they've done all that they can, even though Canadian criminologists from universities and Canadians have criticized, and Americans, all over the world's criticized, but I think they've done a pretty good job. So there's that. We don't run investigations through the media. Our law enforcement agencies are generally tight-lipped for a reason, especially when minors are involved. We have strict privacy laws, including the Federal Privacy Act and child welfare protections that prevent the public release of sensitive information. If Lilly and Jack have been found alive or not, that information could very well be protected by law until it is safe or appropriate to share it. Now, we have similar things here with, protecting kids. What was a doc appointment not made if she was kept home as well? Great question. Great question. I mean, I've had some Canadians, and there was and is a shortness on doctors in Nova Scotia. They've recently hired 100 and some doctors there, but there's still a shortage. And the only way they're saying that you can really get in with the doctor quickly is if you go to the ER. So there's that. Broke, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Thank you so much. Really do appreciate
Girl,
it.
how I look?
Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better.
Girl, bye.
Broke, thank you so much. I know they're not cheap, but can we just all agree that kids need a watch or AirTag at all times? I attach it to the sneakers. We live in the burbs. I agree. I absolutely agree. I mean, I'm for chipping them at this point, just not in their hand or their forehead, and I'm fine. But anywhere else, chip them. Like, seriously, at this point, like something's got to give. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I also think that Life 360 is good as well. The parents don't pass the eyeball test. There's things you say at the ER that will get you in pretty quickly. Going to the doctor for a simple cough. Most doctors don't give anything for that. No need, really, hydrate, rest, etc. Yeah, that's true. You're in Canada. Americans they're going to give you medicine. I know my sister lives in Scotland, so like in Scotland and the UK, I don't know if like the UK, but I know Scotland, you can only buy a certain amount of like Advil or Tylenol. It's in very small quantities. So when my sister comes here, she goes to Sam's Club and I get her like the big bottles of it so she can take home with her. So, you guys usually don't give as much medicine there as we do in America. But if they have like a fever or something, I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. I don't really think she was sick, Lily. I mean, she might have had a little cough, but I don't think it was nothing to write home about. Just my opinion. That's just the way I feel. Could be completely wrong. I'm just telling you how I feel. But to stay home for 2 days for a cough, right, Remy's? To me, that's excessive for just a cough, right? So it's like, if you're going to be off for 2 days, it's got to be something. Hey, Marlena, good to see you. Cindy, Connie, Renee, Daily, Eileen, Roxy, Susan, HH4. So that's just the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. It's an excuse, in my opinion, recovering from the drug party. What night was that, y'all? We don't know that there was a party. We really don't know. That's what I'm saying, Rainbow. I don't think she did. I don't think she did. Not sick, they were complete. Exactly, Paul. Exactly. I mean, hell, was she that sick? It's not like they got up and made her breakfast and gave her medicine. Right? I mean, what was it? Hey, Renee. Lorraine, Susan, hello, good to see you. This was a dysfunctional family, in my opinion. CPS knew it too, in my opinion. Is there any record of the doctor being called or a nurse line for excuses for school? We have no idea. Hey, KW, good to see you. No idea. Crime theory. Really don't know. They weren't concerned. I mean, when your kid's sick, you don't sleep good at night. You don't sleep good. You're up all the time. Even if they're not asking for you or whatever, you're still getting up, checking if they got a fever, right? Just listening to them, anything about that. So I'm not really sure I believe it. Daniel looks like a nocturnal being, in my opinion, vampire. Many people are night owls. Yes, Rainbow, but it's hard to be a night owl when you got little kids. It's really hard to be a night owl when you got, an 18-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old, 3 kids under 6 years old. I get it when your kids get older or whatever, or before kids, your kids get older, they can get themselves up, or you don't need to, whatever. But you can't really be a night owl like that, right? You got to get them up for school. You got to make them breakfast. You got to make sure their clothes are ready, their uniforms, if they take a shower of the morning or the night before. So I can vouch for the sleepless nights, controlling fevers and trying to make them comfortable. I'm a night owl and still get up with my kids. Yeah. I'm more of a night owl too, but then, like, if I sleep in, I feel like my day's wasted. Like, I can get so much more done during the day. There's really no proof of addiction. There's really no proof of addiction that's been, given, right? So yeah, it took from August 2011 to January 2015 for doctors to find out that I had thyroid cancer. There's still cells in my thyroid. Oh, aimlessly. Bless you, honey. And it's a bitch sometimes getting diagnosed. I understand. I mean, I didn't have cancer, thank God, but I had Lyme's disease, and it took a couple years and a spinal tap finally to get it done. So, by night owl, I don't mean all-nighters. Hello, just up late. Many parents are, and he's irresponsible parent. Well, yeah, perhaps. Perhaps. She sure did. Prince of Monaco. Okay. All right. Moving right along. 1 second. Okay. All right. So let me see if I have anything else for Jack and Lilly. Okay, this was an article that came out just a little bit ago. I want to show you this. Hey, Cancer Man. No new searches plan in Pictou County missing children's case. Came out just a little bit ago. Investigators are still looking into the disappearance of 2 Pictou County children who disappeared last month, but don't have immediate plans to put more people in the woods looking for clues as to what happened to Lilly and Jack Sullivan. On May 17th and 18th, ground searchers and rescue members were back in the areas around Gerlach Road, home from where the 2 6-year-old and girl and the 4-year-old boy were reported missing on May 2nd. Quote, the work to find Lilly and Jack remains very active and with full the complement resources, tools, and many investigators engaged to determine the circumstances to their disappearance, in quote, RCMP spokeswoman corporate Charlie McCann said Tuesday, quote, there are no planned air and ground searches at this time. Any future searches will determine based on the investigation, end quote. I think this is just a full-fledged investigation right now, as in they are looking deeper. They are hopefully getting data back and seeing if the parents, family members was in or out of those homes, seeing, asking the family members where they went on certain days, what roads did they take, all of that. And I think the RCMP are nailing it down as best as they can at this point. I really, really do. And it continues. She wouldn't comment on whether the force has used a polygraph as part of their interview in the investigation. Quote, any of the investigative techniques that are being applied and used aren't going to be a part of any information that we release to the public at this time, end quote, she said. So they're not saying whether or not Daniel, any of the family, has gotten any sort of polygraph, which I find interesting. I don't know why that's a big deal, but apparently it is. Apparently it is. Okay, I think I played that one. 1 second. Ungroup, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Would really, really appreciate that. And if you hit the thumbs up button and share this out, you will get 10 years of great luck. Just saying. You're welcome. All right, what's this? Ticks are terrible in Virginia this year. Oh, yeah, they're terrible. Wear your bug spray, please.
Do a polygraph test. Is that on you?
That's not just on me, but on everyone. That's what I asked for. I asked for that so early on, and there's not many places that do it in Canada.
Feel
So
better,
they're
Daily
flying
Honey.
somebody in.
Why do you think you need to do that? Do you think they don't believe you?
I think their side of the family doesn't believe me, and I just want to clear it up for everyone. Clear it up for everyone, not just the people online making crazy accusations.
You said they're flying in someone.
Oh my God, sorry, I was muted. Rainbow, Did you hear the call from a supposed neighbor of Daniel's way down the street 8 minutes away? No. Where's that? Someone in Canada told me we have polygraphers. Of course you do. Of course. I was muted. Yes, sorry, I was. Cindy Lou Daly has cancer. And we're praying for her. Where can I find that? Hey, Remy. Butterflies. Walethra. Bonjour. Justin, I was listening to him on another channel 2 nights ago. Not a subscriber to him, but I listened. I can mention it if it's okay with you. Can you hold on? So I think someone just sent it to me. 1 second. Let's see here. I think I got it. Might have got it. Oh crap. Give me 2 seconds. Daniel neighbor. I got it. Hold on. Was this at what is this? Can you text it to me? You probably can't text it, can you? Where's the Lilly Jack? There is look at this, guys. There's a podcast out here. It's called Where Are Lilly and Jack Sullivan Part 4 3 Missing by Nighttime Podcast. I'm looking. Any local neighbors go by the trailer today? Any sign of Daniel around? Eight plus cars involved. Shocking. These guys are clickbaiting the hell out of everybody. It's crazy. Oh, hold on. Daniel. It was a phone call, right? Hold on. If anybody knows where it is, can y'all send it to me? During interviews truthfully and genuinely wants the kids found. In my opinion, their despair. I don't know. I just want to make sure it's. Hold on. I got it. 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry you got thyroid cancer.
Otherwise, what are the details? Have they been gone a long time?
No, that's dispatch.
0800. Otherwise, what are the details? Have they been gone a long time? 0800.
Justin's the so-called neighbor didn't really have any substance, but oh my God, Trump's going to pardon Todd and Julie Chrisley. My prayers go out to you. Yeah, cancer's it's terrible. All right, here we go. Let's get on with it. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'll find that in just a second, but I want to go to Deception Detective because we're going. Yeah, merge. They're clickbaiting like hell right now with this. And it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. They don't give a damn. My takeaway from the neighbor's share was that he thought Daniel was sketchy and had bad vibes. Maybe I did see that. All right. Deception detective credit goes to the big DD. And it's called This Got Twisted. And I think they should freeze Joe Exotic. I agree. Yes. They have come a long way in treatment. That's right. That's right. All right, credit goes to the big DD. I've got him right here in my banners already because we love the big DD, honey. Yes, we do. All right. We're getting on with Sebastian Rogers. Then we're going to watch the controversy. We got some things to say about it. Okay? It is, Ann. It's terrible. It's terrible. And once you start doing that stuff, I am done with you.
Communicate.
I don't mind people making it interesting, but to just be like, you know, bodies found. And then it's like, and they'll have Jack and Lily's picture up there. And then it'll be like, you know, they'll go through the live stream and 3/4 of the way in, they'll be like, yeah, it was of a, 65-year-old that broke his hip in, Saskatchewan. It's terrible.
On the tips that have come in just with me, so that I know that when a tip comes in, I'm not following up on what job they're supposed to do. We need more than just one set of eyes on this case, but it all falls on my shoulders to ask people to help find my son.
That's the father of missing Tennessee teen Sebastian Rogers. And if you think he sounded like an entitled, ungrateful bully in that clip, I agree. But I also think it's a good thing. So in today's video, let's watch that interview with WKRN News, and I'll show you why. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation, so if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For exclusives, early access, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description. If you're new to this case or just not up to date with the latest developments, don't worry because this news report containing the interview actually does a good job of recapping everything. So there's just one thing I want to go over before we grab our deception decks and start analyzing Seth's interview. And that's my initial analysis of him, which I did a year ago when Sebastian first disappeared. Here's a quick clip from that video.
CPS has gone to Katie's house before.
That's
You
amazing,
didn't
Mama
know
Dukes.
about that until this investigation. How does that make you feel?
That somebody somewhere dropped the ball because I was never informed. And
Listen to this, very important.
I'm the biological father. I have joint legal, joint physical custody. Somebody dropped the ball and didn't reach out and inform the father, which is me. And I don't understand why the state dropped the ball on that one.
Another thing you'll notice here is that Seth Rogers doesn't try to ingratiate himself with the authorities. Right, so he says, CPS dropped the ball. They didn't inform me. And that's typical of innocent people, right? His
mic's a little off in this one or something.
Kid is missing. The police have not found his kid for a month. CPS visited the house and he was never informed. He is rightfully pissed off at them. And we actually see this in 911 calls of innocent parents. So counterintuitively, innocent people, when they call 911 or when they're dealing with the police, are actually urgent and rude because they don't need the police to necessarily like them, right? They're impatient with the police for not finding their kid.
Yes. Yes. You're frustrated. You are frustrated, right? Whenever, especially when it's been 15 months, it is normal to be frustrated with the police if it's been 15 months. Right? I dropped the petition yesterday. I don't know if I have it. If anyone's got the link, it's on change.org. They've got it. One of the mods got it. They can drop it. You're going to be frustrated. It's been 15 months. You're not providing me my son. You're not providing me any answers.
Whereas guilty callers
That they
and
promised.
guilty parents are often very polite and very patient with the police. And that's because they're not actually stressed. The longer the police take and the more they fumble, the better. And because they know they're guilty, they feel the need to make the police like them, because they know that if someone likes them, they're less likely to accuse them of the crime, to look into them. So it's a manipulation tactic. And it's a manipulation tactic that reveals that someone has guilty knowledge. So I do like to see this, where he's not letting CPS off the hook for not informing him. He's
got DD's mic's not too good on this one. I don't know if he's having mic trouble.
rightfully angry. Like, he's indignant, which is a sign of someone who's actually innocent.
How did you find out about CPS?
Podcast.
So that's the quick recap. And as you can see, Seth has been impatient and unsatisfied with the authorities since the day his son went missing. And that's typical of innocent parents. And that's really what we're going to be looking for in this interview. All right, without further ado, let's watch.
It has been 453 days since now 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished from his home in Hendersonville. His disappearance sparked national headlines, but now his father says the case is losing momentum. With National Missing Children's Day coming up on Sunday, he is raising his voice and demanding urgency. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry is outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, where Sebastian's father made an emotional plea today. Caitlin.
Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers, was deeply frustrated when he spoke with me. He fears the case is going cold.
My son's been missing for 15 months, and they don't care.
Sebastian disappeared in February last year. He was just 15 years old. Initially,
Yes. Yep. Imagine you getting a text message saying 911, please don't be mad, but Sebastian is missing. And then they didn't have the decency to call your emergency work number, knowing you can't have a cellular phone in a jail where you work. And then you get out to your car and see that text message, and your whole world falls apart right then. You're right, Lolo. CP Edgar could not stop praising Ellie in the beginning. And then you get there, cops are there, everyone's there. Edgar and KK did not call 911. They called the non-emergency number, aka dispatch. You get ready to walk through the door. Your son's shoes are by the door. What? What the hell? You damn right. I would be mad. That's an understatement. Understatement. I just got a notification that Malaya has lawyered up. Where did you see that, Anne Elizabeth? Kim, there is a case, Crystal Rogers. I'm very familiar, that started today in Kentucky. It is trying people for unaliving, conspiracy to unalive, but they have no body. This could set precedent. Yeah, I mean, you're right, Kim. I mean, there's been, a lot of cases that's been, people have been charged without a body. But they got to have enough evidence And listen, Crystal Rogers went missing a long time ago. That poor family have been through it. I wanted to cover Crystal Rogers. I wanted to go to Bardstown. I'm not that far from Bardstown, but it scared me to go there. It literally scared me to go there because it was not safe. Not safe at all. Lack of evidence is evidence. It is. But I think it's different whenever you're in court and you're trying to convince a jury. Right. So we'll see. Let me see.
Search efforts involved local police, the TBI, and the FBI, but those
I'll
physical
tell you.
searches have
Okay,
since
1 second.
shifted to focus on the investigative side. The last press conference on the case was more than a year ago.
I would love to see them actually conducting more searches. I'd like to have some communication on the tips that have come in just with me, so that I know that when a tip comes in, I'm not following up on what job they're supposed to do.
Seth says only one detective is actively assigned to the case and that he is often left to chase down the same leads, also sent to law enforcement.
No matter what the police are doing to the parent of a missing kid, until they find their kid, it's never enough. So the fact that Seth is unsatisfied with them, urgent about finding his kid, hasn't given up hope on his kid, and like I said in that clip I played earlier for my first analysis of him, not trying to ingratiate himself with the police, those are all great signs that he's probably innocent. And if you've seen my other videos in the series, you'll know that I think he is 100% innocent. But I also like the fact that he's not speaking for his ex-wife, Katie Proudfoot, who was with Sebastian when he disappeared, or her new husband, Chris Proudfoot, because like most innocent parents who have no clue what happened to their kid, they start to become suspicious of everyone who might be a suspect because they just don't know what happened. I'll link my entire playlist about Sebastian Rogers at the end of this video so you can see my full opinion of Katie and Chris, because I do think they do have guilty knowledge.
Says only one detective is actively assigned to the case and that he is often left to chase down the same leads, also sent to law enforcement.
We need more than just one set of eyes on this case. But it
Bingo.
all falls on my shoulders to ask people to help find my son. My son means something to me. These people should be doing their job.
In his push for progress, Seth says he's reached out to lawmakers and is even drafting federal legislation aimed at reforming how child protection agencies
He is.
and
He's
the Amber
working his
Alert
ass
system
off on it.
handle missing children's cases.
It's a federal
great.
oversight law on places like CPS, DCS, the Amber Alert, getting it redone and taking.
Yes, and imagine not only that, how I was talking about, imagine getting a text saying, "Don't be mad." Imagine not knowing that there was multiple CPS cases in your ex-wife's home with her husband that she cheated allegedly on you with. Oh, I would be. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. No. They should have. It's a plumber thing. Mods, can y'all find that link? Okay, let me finish this because we're gonna get to this stuff.
It out of people's
I got a lot
hands
to
that
get
don't care about the children.
According to the FBI, an estimated 460,000
was
children are
there.
reported missing in the U.S. every year. Seth says every one of those cases deserves attention, including Sebastian's.
A parent demands answers. We demand answers because our heart is missing. He is my world. I need him. I need him.
Do you know how vulnerable Seth is in these moments. He is literally, his heart is wrecked because his son is not with him. He doesn't know where his son is. And he's literally in front of the camera crying out in front of the police station. Think about that. Think a little bit deeper. He's a father outside crying to the community and to the world. It's been 15 months. And there is still nothing.
Back with me.
We reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for a statement. They assured us this case remains a top priority and said in part, please know that behind the scenes, a tremendous amount of work has been done and will continue. Some aspects of the investigation are not visible to the public due to the sensitive nature of the case. Sebastian's family continues to ask for the community's help. If you know anything about Sebastian's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI. Those numbers can be found on our website at WKRN.com. Live in Gallatin, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
Well, there you have it. And you can say whatever you want. Entitled, bullying, ungrateful, but innocent. And the distinction is he doesn't care if you or I or the police like him beyond getting us to care enough to help him find his son.
You don't hear, you do not hear, you never hear Seth saying, oh, look at me, I'm innocent, look at me. He doesn't give a wooden fucking nickel. Right? He's not up there. Oh, so you think I did something? Like Edgar and KK. Right? Well, you can't even get the mother to speak, only except if one of her posse has connections and she can't say no about that interview. Otherwise, it would make her look really bad. Or it's the year anniversary of her son's disappearance. And again, it would look really bad. So she's got to, speak. She's got to do these interviews where they're not going to ask her really actually any questions. They just want to know, tell us about what you want to tell us about. Pretty much. They don't go in depth at all. Only 511 likes. Oh my God. Guys, I don't want 300 of you to have bad luck. Please hit that thumbs up button so that you will have 10 years of good luck. I'm begging, really, at this point. I really want you to have 10 years of good luck. If you hit that thumbs up button, you have 10 years of good luck. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay?
And when he's cajoling people, he's not cajoling the public into not accusing him or staying silent. He's trying to cajole the police into looking for his kid. Hoaxers, on the other hand, have a very different priority. They want the public to either love them or be quiet.
Yep.
And they don't really care that much whether or not the police search. In fact, on your screen, I've put up the ingratiation card from my deception deck if you want to read the full rule about ingratiation and how it's a sign of deception and manipulation.
Oh, we get to see his deck. Here we go. All right. His deck says, liars sometimes use excessive friendliness as a tactic to divert suspicion. If an individual becomes unusually polite when a sensitive topic is brought up or in unexpected situations like emergencies, this behavior could be an attempt to deflect attention and avoid scrutiny. In 2008, Casey Anthony responds to a 911 dispatcher when reporting her daughter missing as was, I'm sorry. Typically in urgent situations, like a parent reporting a missing child, a more immediate, perhaps frantic response, such as, huh, or what, might be expected. Anthony's formal and composed reply could indicate an attempt to integrate herself, or ingredient herself with the police, suggesting a possible intent to manipulate the situation. You know, whenever you're 911, what's your emergency? Yes, saying your kid is missing. And the 911 dispatcher says, sorry, what? Or they say, for instance, sorry, not sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. And Casey goes, I'm sorry. You're not going to have time for the pleasantries. This is an emergency, right? Rainbow, I think you can get the deck on one of his apps for cheaper somewhere else. I can't remember where it is. I can't remember where it is. Oh my God. Jen in Georgia, 10 months. How you doing, girl? Yeah. Hey, Justin, Mod, and Pearls, love you all. We love you, Jen in Georgia. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. We got a new Pearl. Oh my gosh. Strawberry Kisses. Come on. Which one? Come on down. You're the next contestant. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Welcome to the Pearl family. Welcome, 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 y'all. Welcome our newest Pearl, Strawberry Kisses. I was getting ready to say we got baby kisses and strawberry kisses. So sweet. Now we need a Pearl Kisses. A Pearl Kisses in here. Casey Anthony is from Florida, where I'm from. Can't stomach her. Sorry. Nobody can stomach Casey Anthony. Not even Casey Anthony. Not even Casey Anthony. All right. So last night we were watching Jules from Allegedly Innocent, I think it is. Oh my God. Hello, Red Moon. Thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you, my dear. If you received that pearl necklace, give our Red Moon a big, big thank you.
Girl, how I look?
Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. How you doing? Thank you so much, Red Moon. Love you so much, dear. If you received that, give our Red Moon a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate you, my darling. Very kind of you. Thank you, dear. So we're going to start on part 2 of this. Now, Jules was kind of giving her, correct me in chat if I'm wrong, guys, kind of giving her opinion on how a lot of this took place. And I love Jules. I want to make that extraordinarily clear, and I respect her immensely. Immensely. I'm not sure I agree with her, in my opinion, on some of this stuff, but I want to be open to hearing her. And a lot of you guys last night saying I wasn't really understanding a lot of it. So I want to hear more of it. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. But I do love Jules very, very much. She's brilliant. But, sometimes we have different opinions, and that's okay. If you mean the dog handler. Well, I never, and I don't want to speak ill about the dead or anything like that, because the dog handler has died. And I was not very supportive of the dog handler. And when all of that stuff was going on in the beginning, I wasn't supportive of Tony even then. So just a little note on that. Trooper's mom, you're killing me here. I made 7 homemade strawberry dream whip pies for an anniversary party tomorrow. Yum. And you did not offer any of us any homemade strawberry dream whip pies. We are family, Troopers. What the hell? What? What, Jules the dog can No. No, this was Nina the dog handler, not to be confused with Nina Edgar's ex. No, TC. No. Nina the dog handler died. She was in Texas. A lot of y'all. Well, what was she? She was a dog person, whatever the hell she was. She did the dog thing, didn't she? I just want to make my main thing is I just want to make it clear that Nina was the one that died. She was just a searcher. Okay, Nina was not a dog handler. I thought she was a dog handler this whole time. Okay, Nina was a searcher. Well, then what was so special about her? She was. I mean, searchers are special, but I don't understand getting, fixing up her car to get across the country. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And she was just a searcher. I didn't support it then. I don't support it now. Regardless, but I just want my main thing is I just want you guys to know that it's not Jules. We love Jules a lot.
You because well, you seem to know. It's just read about Milgram. I'm not going to get side.
Supposedly she had experience, but you need to ask him. Well, a lot of people had experience. You know what I mean? A lot of people had experience. But I just think it's really unprofessional to say, yeah, I'll search if you fix up my car, you can haul my ass around. I just think that was just, I don't want to speak ill about anyone deceased or anything. So I'm just going to be quiet about that. I think.
I tracked on this because it's important, but he's using.
It all happened on TikTok.
Specific types of communication mechanisms to make people think that he knows what he's talking about, that he's telling the truth, and he's simply not telling the truth. No one knows what's going on. I don't know, Stephen Crabtree. You tell me what's going on, Stephen. I saw you fake a pee test, and there is
Now, I absolutely agree with her on the fake urinalysis. Absolutely. He faked that more than press on nails. Okay? I'm just saying. He faked it more than press on nails. Okay? Kiki, you love me, honey. How you doing? Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. My meds kicked in, so I'm going to be quiet now, Justin. No love wins. If your meds kicked in, talk, darling. I'm just kidding. Wasn't she the lady who seemed to sort of suck up to scam said, saying he helped search in he'd fix her truck? It was something like that, but there was this misinformation, if I'm saying it right. I'm still trying to get this together because I can't really remember. But they was saying that Seth paid for Nina's stuff, and that was not the truth. There was a fundraiser that happened on TikTok for all of that. Lord, I don't have my glasses on, so excuse my typos. I do have my glasses on, and I still can't see the writing half the time. So we're in good company. There was a fake lady, Stephanie. Also, another person that scammed was that Charlie guy. He took a boat or something and left, allegedly. Justin Cramtee sent a glass $2,000 to fix her truck. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. These people.
Evidence, because you can see both pee cups, one with water in it, in a recorded video that I suppose you were either too nervous or too high that you didn't notice, and you proceeded to leave your home, your wife and your child, and get in the car and drive over to the big girls, rich girls pool, where Cletus then held your hand while you peed again into another cup. Why?
Listen, I'm just going to say, and again, if you have a problem with a substance or anything, there's no shame in it whatsoever, right? No shame. Everyone has struggles in life of some sort. But if you do have a dependency on something, it's probably not the best thing to do a pee cup with water and to be on your knees and then turn around and then pee in a cup and then flip it. You know, you look like a magician doing all these cups and doing this and all that, and then screwing it up. And then after screwing it up, you go to your friend's house and you passed. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I didn't believe it then. I don't believe it now. So I do agree with Jules on that. I just hope he gets help.
What's going on, Stephen? You tell us.
And I'm trying to steer far away from this shit. It's like yesterday I had a comment talking about the 180. Oh man, you've done a 180, but the Chris and Katie thing. Yeah, I have. Because I stopped thinking with emotion and started thinking for what it was, the actual facts that are there, what I'm seeing from LE, such and such, right?
Nina's a great.
Yeah, Nina's a great person. She stole the GoFundMe money that came from the people that were supporting sex.
Now, again, I think then a spirit box. Don't get me started on that. Let me tell you something. I'll be honest with you. I don't, you guys know I don't really talk about any, I try not to sit and bash any creator. I really don't. But those are the people I personally have the most problem with in the true crime community, because I don't feel like any of it is legit at all. And these are people taking advice from a radio at best, or AI at best, and associating it with missing people, things that are real lives, right? There's nothing in it that is legitimate at all. And I've noticed, you know, a lot of the people out there called, you know, tragedy pimps and all this, a lot of those people are now going to people, they're going after people with like the spirit boxes and stuff, which it doesn't help whatsoever. You're not getting the word out. You're not talking about theories. You're literally having a electronic spew out a couple words at best, respectfully. So there's that. Someone just sent me this, and I want to show it. I haven't read it yet, but it's Nina. February 26, 2023. As many of my friends and family know, I run a 501c3 nonprofit search and rescue group. We assist families with missing loved ones at no charge to the family. We rely heavily on donations, and we will be conducting a silent, I think she means auction. I am looking for anyone that would like to donate items for said auction. Also, anyone who would like to donate that does not live locally, I can take donations below, or you can message me and we can figure something out. Feel free to share. And that was Nina's thing. What is a spirit box? It's oh yes, Rainbow, they certainly are. A spirit box is nothing more than a radio or a CB kind of thing, and it skips radio stations more or less, and it'll say words. You can ask it a question. You can be like, where was such and such on November 5th, whatever year? And it'll go horse stable or something, you know, like that. And I say horse shit, you know, something like that. It's really nothing. It's there is nothing in it that is beneficial. I'm sorry, there's just nothing in it that's beneficial whatsoever. You're not engaging with, you know, putting the word out about a missing person you're not communicating with your audience other than, oh, it said, her, or it said heard, and everyone types what they think it said. I mean, these people will say, like, for instance, literally, it makes my skin crawl to even say it, but it will say, they'll say, where was, like, they'll say, I can't even say it. I'm just using this as an example, but they'll say, where was such and such, and they'll say Sebastian or wherever, where was their body? Where is their body? And they're expecting this electronic device to tap into the spirit world. Kiki, if Remy ever came home with a spirit box, she would be no daughter of mine. I'm just going to tell you that. She would be no monkey of mine. No monkey of mine. Not in my house. Not in my house, Mr. Sister. Yes, you remember, for us old folks, when we had the Seek or the Scan radio, and we would be driving down the road, and it would be like, you know what I mean? That's what these kids use now with the spirit box. That was our favorite song, and it's not like we could pull it up with our phone or anything back then. And you was way out in the country or way far from the radio station, and it would go in and out. That's the spirit boxes of today. It's the stupidest stuff. I'm sorry. It's stupid. It's absolutely ignorant. I can't even with it. Like talking into a fan. No, you understand. I mean, as a kid, we all talked into a fan, right? In fact, I used to get my crayons, and I would stick them right where that little white spot was, like in the fans, the big white boxes, and I would make rainbows. Crabfoot's spirit box speaks in full sentences or close. Usually they sound more like, it's probably AI or something. It's one thing, I don't do any of that stuff. It's just nonsensical to me. It's an AM radio with no antenna. Yes. Spirit box sounds like the latest craft brew. I was, Deanna. I was. Yep. Pretty much. Pretty freaking much. All right, let's continue here. Where was we?
And then the messaging was Tony Mathis and Seth are two peas in a pod, and don't you dare donate any money to Seth, because they're not credible and they're going to squander that money. Another story that they used that was organized chaos, that was designed to undermine the credibility of Seth and the public's confidence in Seth, was he used $25,000 of the money to pay Michaela's bankruptcy, past due mortgage payments or something along those lines. And these fools accepted that story as if it were true. And it was simply about.
I think she's a little wrong here, isn't she? Because that's what it made this seem to sound like. But Seth didn't give him any money. A spirit box is trying to FaceTime a ghost using a blender and a walkie-talkie from 1993. That's basically what it is. I'm telling you. No joke. He claims to have divested from Sebastian's case using constantly asking Lee questions. Yeah. Yep.
Office lie. What in the world makes you believe that a man who is so filled with grief for his son, his child who has gone missing, that he legitimately believes his child was abused by?
Okay, this is all right. I'm going to turn my camera off, and this is what a spirit box is. Fraud.
Christopher Proudfoot. Why do you
That's a spirit box.
think that this man would foolishly give $25,000 to some girl? Why would you think that? Not just any girl, T-Rev's girlfriend. What would make you give credibility to these people to believe that? It's just mind-numbingly stupid.
Person my ass. From what we've fucking heard and seen on that fucking court stuff, no, she ain't.
No. Well, what does he mean though? With he says, "I changed my mind on." What is he talking about? Like who's he thinks is guilty? Oh, I thought he was talking about like who's guilty in this. Like, it seems to me like that's what he was referring to.
Listen, I can go all day with the spirit box stuff because I hate them. I literally hate them. It can be like paranormal investigator. He said my full government name and gave me a stock tip. They hear something. They always hear something. I can go all day. I can go all day.
She's coming in with the Christopher Proudfoot talking points. Remember how Chris got to a point that every time he went on somebody's channel, all he could talk about was the grifting, that only people were making money off of Sebastian's name, and he wasn't going to let that happen. And I actually got communication from these crazy people telling me that I was not allowed to make a video about Sebastian Rogers if I was going to be monetized. I never communicated with any of them at all up to that point. It's not, I made money off of Sebastian's name, and he wasn't going to let that happen. And I actually got communication from these crazy people telling me that I was not allowed to make a video about Sebastian Rogers if I was going to be monetized. I never communicated with any of them at all up to that point. And so I responded with, hold my beer. And I stopped using Sebastian's name and started making all my videos about Christopher Proudfoot because I wasn't told I could make money off of Chris Proudfoot.
A grift, not a gift. Exactly. Sounds like a grift, not a gift.
Okay, right, Queen Bee. Sure.
And he's putting something together. Like, well, why are you out there putting stuff together?
I think he's hoping to get some money out of this, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Persuasion, right? They're hoping for confirmation bias. They put the ideas into your head. You start going and looking for that, find out whether it's true or not. And so any little thing that happens, your brain says, aha, that confirms my belief that Seth is a grifter. They say, oh, he's grifting. They're just trying to make money off of the disappearance of Sebastian. And then another one comes out and says, oh, well, did you hear that Seth gave Michaela $25,000 to pay for her mortgage bankruptcy problems? And everybody's confirmation bias kicks in and says, aha, proof. They are on the take. Seth is a grifter. And the newest clown in this clown show.
Yeah, let's go to McDonald's. Is the mic on? Yeah. Yeah, let's go to I mean, the scariest part about a spirit, I mean, seriously, the scariest part about a spirit box to me is that people are paying $300 for a glorified Walkman with freaking asthma. That's all it sounds. It's like a Walkman that doesn't work. Asthmatic Walkman. All these people fight back and forth the whole time. It's supposed to be about Sebastian. I don't really get it. I don't either, Michelle. I don't either. Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, they're like $200 and $300. I think it's a condition in her. I believe in spirit too, but I don't believe in this, blasphemous stuff. I don't believe in it at all.
Is Julie Skolnick over there repeating that same just foolish nonsense? She's such an airhead. She has no idea that these people are manipulating her.
That's what it is.
Julie, you're a tool.
Heard what?
I
Beth?
agree. My opinion.
I think that he
Yes,
has seen how much that everybody else has brought in. And as long as he's with those, if he's with those others, I don't believe he's going to get the cut that he wants.
Yes, dummy.
So now he's.
And I got to tell you, Voices, I do believe that Voices of this whole big group, she's one of those who really does try to be authentic. I do believe that she has got a good heart, and we're often on opposite sides of an opinion. Okay. I'm not saying that we're aligned or that but she's the only one that seems to be out of the loop on this little live here. She doesn't seem to be aware that Stephen Crabtree is one of the team.
Yeah, it's like skirt, 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 toaster. Bzz. Did you hear that? It said toaster. Someone must have died in the kitchen. Is anyone with us tonight? Skirt, laundry, skirt, toenail. They're listening. Their final regrets, laundry and toenails. It was a domestic tragedy.
Team, the Christopher Proudfoot organized chaos team, right? So she said, well, I don't trust Crabtree. He's just trying to make money. He sees everybody else making money. Now he wants to make money. But that doesn't align with the actual messaging that Queen Bee and Cluminati are trying to advance. And remember, as soon as he comes up, B. Tim says, oop, gotta go, guys. I'm out of here because I don't.
Yeah. What is your name, Spirit? Zachariah Kmart. It said Zachariah Kmart. Lost soul. Never made it out of the clearance aisle.
I think BT Tim wanted any part of fraud.
Go out and do it on his own. And I'm pretty sure that Nina's probation paper stuff that we saw with her court stuff, pretty sure she has to get permission to leave the state because she's a violent offender also.
But she could be like JLR's and not care.
And who can't be around kids for 10 years? Or work around kids for 10 years?
I'm literally just going to shoot it black and white now. And I think that's the best way to do this because of all the confusion. Keep myself out of that and just worry about searching. That's it. At the bottom, at the end of the day, I fly a drone. I want to help organize the search. I want to be able to help provide assistance to the search teams in any way I can. And I think that we as a community we can all come together for Sebastian in this, case, set everything of that aside and just do this. I don't want to say last yeehaw, right? But a really good push in, seeing what we see, if we see anything since all the floods and debris.
Cluminati says, I'm telling you, something is up with Seth and his team. Y'all see that old dude, Blue, who was on Tony's Live the other night, showing this fireplace?
Has came about with the storms. I'll leave that up to y'all to debate. If you think it's a great idea, I mean, hey man, get in contact. We'll figure this out. I'm also working on a lot of stuff with trying to deal with the school stuff. and also working with the project side of everything, with trying to make sure that everything's put in place so when it goes, that it's able to run right out the door, assisting the families with no problems. So, yeah, that answers that question, I hope. And again, I did see the 180 comment, and I truly understand. But I hope that people will see that it's okay to say, hey, man, I'm taking a step back and looking at this in a different way, not using my emotions.
I hope people see that it's okay to take a step back and say, I'm looking at this in a different way. He's just priming everybody to abandon Seth. That they're going to engage in character assassination with Seth. Part of doing that, Tony's got to be on board with them. Tony has to be a part of Christopher Proudfoot's team in order to accomplish that. And Nina taking the GoFundMe money, Crabtree is now instructing people, teaching people, if you will, that it's okay to leave Seth's team, that they will be accepted by the others. The other thing that this critical moment
Sorry. I was reading. I was muted, sorry. I made a joke and then I was reading something. What was I going to say? I forgot my joke. The spirit box said apple pie, chicken sandwich, Elvis. They're parked outside of a Cracker Barrel, pretty much. Make the joke again. The second thing I was going to say was, I can't remember, guys. I got limes. I can't remember. I don't remember. I'll think of it in a second.
moment does is that it really puts a damper on the searchers, right? He's all out saying, Tony and Seth said they were going to put together an organized search, and here we are 3 weeks later, and there is no search, even though there were searches at this time. He says they're not doing it, so I just want to wait and work with a certified search team.
Yeah, I can add some spirit box of stuff to the chicken party. I can add it. Spirit boxes are basically a ghost Tinder. Just swiping through random frequencies, hoping one says, hey, boo. Speaking of the dead, well, hello. Hello. Just talking about you, Tony Que. How you doing? Why y'all talking about chicken now? I'm hungry. We are listening to Jules' account of my spirit box is telling me roll a dollar like a straw. What spirit box? Okay, stop, search, and take a step. That sounds like a rap song, if you ask me. That kind of sounds like a rap song. I mean, a spirit box basically sounds like a ghost choking on a potato chip. Roll it up. You have a drumstick on your brain. Start sticking. pretty much. In learning the true science of a spirit box paradox. Tony, we have been wondering how you've been. The winning lotto numbers. Yes. Yes. Spirit box, give me the winning lotto numbers. Baked beans, douche, and a lawn chair. I said the winning numbers. I don't see Tony, but hello if you're there, sir. He's there somewhere. I don't see Tony. Okay, we read that one. I mean, people are dead. They are done with the world. Leave them alone. I know. I'm sure they get irritated, Kloops. I'm sure they get irritated. I would be like, I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine if Stephen, that's his name, right? Crabfoot woke you up from the dead? It would be like, no. I'd buy one for winning numbers. Me too, Jen. Can't really lie. I would too. Don't forget the elephant, Justin. I won't. You got CRS. What's CRS? Imagine pulling up in your kids with a spirit box. No. That would not work at my kid's school. No. I do, Kim V. Yeah. Hey, Lulu. Good to see you, darling. Rainbow, what did you say? For show and tell. Yes. No, we go to a religious school, so I can't really do that. I don't think we would be thrown out. Ghost in the machine.
Professional searchers. So he's interfering with people that might want to go search with Seth. And you've got to remember, Seth is reporting to law enforcement, giving Eric Craddock's people license plate numbers, telephone numbers of people that are outright directly interfering with searchers by saying, you better go home or we're going to expose this. We know you've been having an affair, or we know how you got fired from your job. Physically following searchers, using intimidation. And so everything just fell down around Seth. And I don't think he had any idea that there was a snake that he had welcomed into the fold. Tony Mathis entered the first 10 days of May.
Tony, if you're here, you can elaborate on that. Again, as much as I like and respect Jules, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Seth gave the plate numbers to the Davidson County. I thought he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Yes. What did Kiki say? I have taken a karaoke microphone with me to pick up my kids. Yep, I'm that parent. Of course. Yes. I do that weekly. Then you should, Kiki.
By June, everything was in a shambles for Seth. And he had lost a great deal of support from YouTube, internet.
And maybe when you do that, you'll see something different too. When you start looking at black and white paperwork and what it is and what's there, you've got to understand where I'm coming from. I stick by what I said yesterday. I truly don't believe Chris or Katie had anything to do with this. I think what we got here is something totally different, and hopefully there will be some light shed on that from law enforcement, somebody at some point. I will tell you that I'm not going to listen to all the bullcrap.
Well, Rainbow, welcome to YouTube, and stay off TikTok if you think YouTube's crazy. Because they do. They sure do. Yeah. Where is it? Survey says wrong, in my opinion.
You know, people put out there all this and this and this. I'm just kind of done with that. I think we see where it gets us.
So this Joseph Rapp says, shame on anyone seeing the search as a money-making show. It's just nasty. Do you know who the first person was to do that? It was Christopher Proudfoot himself. Christopher Proudfoot, very early on, within a week of Sebastian going missing, he's jumping up and down, showing righteous indignation. How dare a YouTube creator be monetized, talk about Sebastian and make money off of that? How
That's true.
dare they? It's a horrible thing to do. I mean, he went on
That's true.
Smiley's. He went on Smiley's Story World March the 21st, March the 20th, March 21st. And what does he say when
I don't get that either, Janine, because even the search groups, what was the 2 search groups that came in? They said that they were threatened. I can't think of their names, but they even said they were being threatened. Well, the first channel, all the channels are monetized. All of our channels are monetized. All of us are. If you go to a news station, do you think, thank you, Seth. Hello, good to see you. Cajun Navy. But there was another one, Uvalde. Uvalde as well. They said that they were being threatened. They said that they had never, ever done a case where they were threatened. He has interviewed with a lot of monetized channels. Well, I mean, you can ask News 5 or whoever and say, run my story, but you can't make any money. And they're going to say, we have to pay for our time. Right? We got to pay our anchors. We got to pay our cameramen. Our advertisers pay that. Right? That's part of it. It's just the way the world works. It is ridiculous that anyone is threatening. Uvalde put out a scathing statement about being threatened and that it had turned criminal and they was just kind of going to step away. Yep. They did. Yep. I wasn't going to say that, but Brenda said it. Yep. Absolutely. Big difference. Big difference. Big difference, Rainbow. Big difference. Yeah. Saying your opinion and theories and getting the word out and then, speaking to your audience and all that. But there are people that are just absolutely hateful. I never had any contact with the organization. Yeah. Absolutely.
He goes on there. He says that, the only way it's okay for her to make money is if she takes any money and uses it to make flyers or whatever. And she stands up with a backbone and she says, "Oh no, you're not going to tell me that I can't monetize when I do my show."
I mean, for those of us that actually, the few of us that are left that go live and do true crime, that actually does a show of true crime, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to do a legit true crime show. It's a lot of getting things prepared. And it's a lot of apps we have to use as well that pay for every month.
Oh, just because I'm talking about Sebastian,
Not just the ones
I
that
spend
go
a lot of my money
do hatred.
for missing persons flyers, not just Sebastian, but others. So March the 20th, at the very earliest, we have bona fide, and I'm going to go back and pull my emails where I was attacked and told I was not allowed to put Sebastian Rogers' name in the heading or the title of my video if I was going to make money on my video, if I was going to be monetized.
And you're exactly right. Smiley, she hadn't been monetized very long, and she was monetized. She was not monetized for, and she did it, really went in the hole for, what she was doing for a couple of years.
Literally, he goes missing February the 26th. In less than a month, in like 20 days, Christopher Proudfoot is running around YouTube like a megalomaniac, screeching at everybody that Seth is a grifter. And if you monetize and you talk about Sebastian's disappearance, you are a grifter too. And
idiot.
they don't need you looking for Sebastian. They don't need you.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what it was, right? If you made any sort of revenue about true crime, we don't need you. He's going to have a really hard time getting the news to do that.
Within 2 weeks of the kid going missing, your primary objective,
not even 2 weeks. I agree with her here.
is
I agree
not
with her.
to let anyone tell Sebastian's story that may use their YouTube income as an income. Is that right, Christopher Proudfoot? You're insane, Christopher. That is the most ludicrous attention. There is a kid who goes missing, and 2 weeks later, you take it upon yourself that it is your job to make sure that no one makes money. Even if it means they don't cover Sebastian's story, that's okay. You don't want to make money off of him going missing. It seems like that was like the whole goal of everything that you were doing during this period of time, Christopher. You were taking action to shut down the searches.
Yep, Brenda.
Searchers were being physically followed. They were being threatened.
And the thing is, like, our ad revenue that we get, it is pennies. Like, we make, as YouTubers, we make all of our money from either super chats or memberships. That's it. Like, if we don't get super chats or memberships, you might make $3 on ads. Like, so it's like it's like a half a cent per ad. It's nothing. And that's if you don't hit skip.
For exposure, to be humiliated and embarrassed by things unrelated to Tennessee or Sebastian.
Absolutely.
And then the people that were loyal to Seth.
Name Deborah.
You, Stephen Crabtree, Nina, Cluminati, and yes, maybe Tony Mathis.
No, the only way we make all donations is if you Cash App us or Venmo. YouTube takes 35% of like our super chats and stuff.
All at the same time, started this assault on
billions.
Seth has no credibility. There's not going to be any searches. No searching is going on. Stick with us. We're only going to have certified searchers. If you feel nauseated, well, join the pack, because when I put this all together, I felt
no, they don't
this
take money
this
from
feels
Cash
like
App or
evil.
Venmo.
Now, I know that that is hyperbole, and I don't think this is evil, like, you know,
Yep, then we're taxed 35-40% on that.
demon possession, some metaphysical, something out of the Bible. That's not what I mean. It feels so base and dirty. It feels so pathetic that someone is so afraid for their own skin that they don't mind ripping out the heart and soul of a man that legitimately loved his son. True, really. Christopher Proudfoot, your organized chaos, it's an obscenity to normal people.
Gets us nowhere.
Hey,
Just
did T-Rev's speechwriter,
you know, again, here we are.
Did T-Rev's speechwriter write?
I mean, you know, Deanna, I mean, I think the biggest super chat I've ever got was $400. And like, you can't complain. I mean, because someone's donating you the money, right? But if they want you to get all of it, they can, you know, Venmo it to you or Cash App it. But, you know, you don't get the recognition in chat. And some people want that, and I understand. So, you know, either way is fine. Whatever a person wants. Oh God, what I do? Okay, there we go.
His speech, or did his speechwriter write T-Rev's speech? Because these sound strikingly similar.
Yeah, and there's a whole
And their voices is again, right? She's not in the loop on this, guys. She's sitting there going, wait a minute. I'm not going to trust this guy. He is Tony Mathis' team. No, what's happening here? She was not in the loop. I believe that in my heart and soul.
Bunch of word salad. It is, Firefly. Sure the fuck it is.
I don't understand it. Like, he's talking back and forth. I might be tired. I don't know.
Is that Trisha Talks, the cheese head, or the British woman that just spoke? Is that Trisha Talks?
But
nope, he's having two conversations in one. You are exactly right.
And what's funny is TikTok this AM and said he can't search. Not sure what group, because his background has something on it from 10 years ago. He can use a drone if needed, he said.
Yeah, like he's not going to pass it.
And you know, we found out later, right? The whole drug debacle. I mean, that was there was video where he's snorting something in the woods, and that led to the drug test on camera. that he then showed two cups at the same time. And so then he went running to Cletus to save him because Cletus is a grown-ass man. And it was just a mess. But please remember, Tony Mathis brought this guy on. He's local. But it was Tony from Texas or Oklahoma that did it? What? And Tony sold cranes. And who in this story has a connection to the world of heavy machinery and cranes, to be specific? Oh, Christopher Proudfoot. You wouldn't believe the number of people that sent me emails months and months, a year ago when all this came up. People were going, oh, no. The crane community, that's not a small community. That's a wide, big industry. My husband laughed. He said, oh, there's just large cranes just everywhere, huh? Everybody's certified to run a large crane. You can all buy a large crane? No, absolutely not. It's sort of like those drilling ships out in the water, North Sea, Gulf, whatever, right?
I mean, is there a lot of people that sell cranes? I mean, not just selling cranes, but there are a lot of people that sell heavy equipment, and they can order a crane, or they can order a dump truck, or they can order an excavator. Cece, I'm so glad you're using that anger set. It will get you places. That's funny. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm done. Debbie, you're worth keeping maybe, or sell on the high, not the dip. Are we talking about gold and stuff? Possibly construction, gold mining, dump sites. Yeah, he sells all, it was made to sound like Tony just sold cranes and nothing else in the beginning. That is not the truth. Tony sells all of it, like all the heavy equipment stuff, not just cranes. It was like, oh, he sits in cranes. Oh, he sells cranes. Oh, they're on opposite ends of the country. Never met day in their life. The one today would have probably been more helpful in your research. She catches some things about the 911 call timeline. Sammy, did she catch the 6:03 to 6:40? Nothing was done. Of course, Rainbow. Nothing was done between 6:03 and 6:40. I don't know. I really don't understand what I still don't understand what she's pointing at. They are, Jen. There was a guy here that had big equipment that's not in the city. He passed away. We cut up 2 large cranes, made one steel price. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Justin, there are people that are saying that Tony and CP have met before Sebastian went missing. And it's the same people. I'm sorry, Mohawk, but it's the same people that says Summer Wells and Sebastian's case are, connected, or they'll say that Edgar knew Don Wells. I just want to throw up when I hear that stuff. Supposedly, allegedly, the kid's bio dad's mother is talking on Facebook in public for all to see. How are people trusting that really is her and that she's telling the truth? Just curious. You can't. You can't. Is she in a group right now? What's her name? You can write it in chat. I'll go there. We'll look at it right now. The CP really climbed his big butt all the way up into the cranes. Yes. And you know what? It's like a hot box. It's like a hot box. He uses the bathroom in there and eats his lunch. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't where you eat? Oh, of course. Yes. Yes, they will. They'll share it as if it's the gospel. I mean, you make pretty good money doing crane work, though. You know, I've always given Edgar and KK the credit about, they're hard workers. You give them that. Is it still in here? Verify whether or not C star or luminol was used. Yes, I can tell you that I can tell you 100% that forensics did go in the house. That I can tell you 100%. It's not showing name, but I have seen her name on the public post. Okay. She was talking in the missing Lilly and Jack group, and she's been chatting privately with people also. But do they still work? Does what still work? It is up. That's true, Sharon. Absolutely. No. I 100% believe you. 100% believe you, Rainbow. Absolutely. Yeah, Tony, hold on. Interesting conversation between top FBI agent about interviewing the neighbors 47 minutes. Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. Just watching. I don't know how many days they normally missed. I really don't. Others here are likely seen the post going around. It's Lilly and Jack's bio dad's. It's Lilly and Jack's bio dad's. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not the aunt? Does anyone remember if CP made the comment about Sebastian being Houdini before, after the landfill search? Call him. What did he say? Call him a ninja. Call him Houdini. That's what he said. We're not even told to leave the house, so it could be a potential crime scene. Let alone never seen anything like it, in my opinion. I agree. Everyone should have been out of that house. Yep. Call him a ninja, call him Houdini. Maybe law enforcement check that crane CP was up for any evidence. I think they need to do electronics. Okay, guys. It was botched up from the get-go as far as I'm concerned. Oh, I think they should have never, ever, 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 ever let Edgar go 3.5 hours away. After being home a full day. Thank you for signing the petition. How many signatures are there on there now? Yes, or this morning there was over 19,000. Over 19,000 signatures. That's amazing. Oh my God! Look at Chris.
General Daughter wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris?
November 26th.
Girl, hi, look.
Oh my God! Look at Chris.
Girl, hi, look.
Like a damn fool. No, them veneers don't make that look no better.
Girl, bye.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Amen, sister. Guys, I have actual video footage of Edgar walking out of his room from the musty hutch.
Hello? Hello? I said don't disturb you, I'm cleaning my room!
Yeah. Justin bought a golf cart today. I couldn't even buy the orange one. I wanted because Smiley saying orange was CP's favorite color. LOL. You bought a golf cart today. That's amazing. That's amazing, Justin. I'm still new here and have been wondering who is Remy. Remy is my daughter. She is a monkey. I'll show you who Remy is. Hold on. Let's see here. Where can I show Remy? This is Remy. Maybe if I can find it. This is Remy. I promise. This is my monkey, I swear.
How you doing? How you doing?
That is my monkey. She is. Let me see here. I need to wake her up anyways. Come on, Remy. This is my Wimmy. She's a little bit spoiled rotten. She's very spoiled. Actually, I didn't even animate that. It animated itself. It animated itself. I don't need your book. All right, she's down. You so want to babysit? You would be calling me back in 10 minutes. I haven't weighed her, 77. I haven't weighed her. But my camera's getting ready to be knocked off. Come here, Remy. She has a channel as well. My room is almost complete, so we'll be doing lives in her room pretty soon where you see her just running like a crazy person or a crazy monkey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Her tail is getting so long. Come here. Come on. Come here. She wants down. She wants down. Does she sit on the throne behind you, Justin? She is the queen. I have the patience, but would need some Red Bull. Is her tail strong? Yes. Yes. They hang from it. In fact, in the wild, they will hang from the tree, and then 3 or 4 more spider monkeys will hang from that one, and they'll all eat fruit. Yeah. Can someone drop her channel? Her and the cat was funny. Oh my God. Are her bars up for playing, Justin? The bars, I got to put them together. Everything else is pretty much up, except I got to hang some stuff like the swings. Oh my God, she's a mess. She wants to cuddle and play. Yeah. Yeah, their tails. She hangs from my tail all the time. You can grab them by their tail. It's part of so they don't have 5 fingers. They only have 4 fingers. They don't have thumbs. She's actually got her tail around my leg right now. But they have 5 toes. And so their tail is kind of like their thumb, if that makes sense. And their tail, like at maybe the last 5 or 6 inches of their tail, it's a hairy tail, but then the last 5 or 6 inches, it is just like a fingerprint. It's like a fingerprint, and it stays, it's just like the texture of a hand, and they actually have, instead of a fingerprint, they have a tail print. And it grips, because if it was furry at the end, they would slip, right? So they've adapted so where it's just skin. Yeah. Yes, Roxy, I'm getting another monkey. I gotta have the playroom done first, though. I gotta have the playroom done first. Would she ever potty train? Nope. Mm-mm. Monkeys will not potty train. Yep, they're rigid for gripping. Yep. Yep. She's got her, and like she will like hang on me, and she'll like pull herself. It's almost like tug of war, but she does it with herself. You're going to be bald. I know. I'm going to really need hair plugs then, Magic. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting at least one more. Yeah. I'm going to have her built an outside structure for her to go, and a lot of glasses. I know. Oh yeah, she sleeps with me. Yeah. She doesn't have a cage or anything like that. There is no cage. She's with me 24/7, 365. The only time I've never had her with me is one doctor's appointment. That's it. In fact, I've taken her in doctor's office. They've never said anything yet. She goes in every store with me, everywhere I go. I know I need to start wearing contacts. Yep. She goes in every store with me. Always. Strength training with the tugging. Yeah. The toilet paper video. Yeah. Her channel's called Adventures with Remy Pearl. I have a stroller. I have beds. I have bassinets. I have everything. Don't I? Oops. There she went. Yeah, she knows verbal commands. She's getting them. She's getting them down. Like the little kid's car. Yeah. I've got to buy some stripper poles, though. That's what we're working on next. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to buy her stripper poles, and I just thought of something. I'm going to watch this. This will get them started. I'm going to buy her stripper poles. I'm going to buy some stripper poles, and you guys can watch her dance and become members and super chat. Their head's going to explode. Please don't put her on a stripper pole with lipstick. Listen, I support my daughter's career. Oh my God. And for an extra $5, we'll play Tina Turner's Private Dancer. But yes, but I will but for an extra 10, I will sing, instead of Private Dancer, I'll sing Private Monkey. A dancer for bananas. Do what you want me to do. Yes. I'm just your private monkey. And any old nanner will do. Excuse you, ma'am. You're going to pull out my cord. Yes. Tiny dancer. Yes. Annette, they have not found Crystal Rogers. Never found her. Remy, you don't have to put on the red light. Yes, she does, Magic Star. I am going to. I'm going to, Debbie. But that career, Remy will be driving him. And any old nanner will do. I'm going to Cassie. Did you get in my pants daily? Oh, it's funny. All right, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you. There goes my camera. It's about to go. It's about to go. Singing Banana Boat song. Yes. Oh, I can too, Joe. And you know what? I give 0. No fucks. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Deborah, very much. That's it, Magic. I'm glad you had fun. Glad you had fun, dear. She rules the house. She does. She kicks my ass sometimes too. I'm telling you. Remy, please don't. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. We might go live again later from the bed or something. We'll see. It'll be on either Remy's channel or my new channel. Good night, everyone. God bless. See you tomorrow, Lord willing. Good night.